Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and I thought I'd show off my most powerful current deck. Don't get too excited, it's not that great, but, I'd probably win half the time with it. I think if I was in a higher league than Platinum, I might have a problem, but it works. As you can see, it would be very useful if you have, kill your opponent's creatures or cast black spells as your daily quest. Or if you're just ignoring Arena because it's awful and Standard Constructed is a disaster right now, which, it is. But if you want to play it, this is a 91 card deck because there is no one single card in here that's important enough to say, I can't diffuse this. Everything is like duplicated, sort of. Like there's a redundant card that does the same thing, or something very similar, or something slightly more powerful for slightly more mana, that it's just blocks of 8, basically. So that's when you can get away with a higher amount. That, and when the game goes on long enough that you don't need a really tight mana pool. Or like a land draw percentage, because going above 60 can screw with your land draws. I don't feel like explaining the math behind that right now, take my word for it. So the whole point of this is throw Death Touchers out and blow up big threats, and then just ping them away with 1 damage triggers. And that's it, because I kept seeing them in the spoilers for set after set after set, and finally I'm like, are there too many of these? Like, are we back to like Hour of Devastation where you can just run Scarabs and Torment of Hailfire and just win? Plus a bunch of other ping away. They had a direct curse card that you can put on your opponent, and I played that back then and it works. So we got some little tricky little cards in here too, but I figure I'll just run it down. This is very simple. Removal card, Death Toucher plus card draw. Ambush Death Toucher plus lifelink temporarily, which is nice. Get 3, kill one of their creatures for 2 mana. Hey, love this card. I'm going to miss it when it cycles out. Feed the Swarm is another kill spell. I wanted to keep it real early because you really want to guard your life point, because it's all about every little point of damage every turn is slowly killing them. So every point of life that you lose is you not winning the game, because you're now losing quicker. You have to keep your life total above theirs. So if they bring out a big threat, Feed the Swarm is going to hit them. Of course, this spell loses you life, but if it's big enough that you want it gone, like you have to have it gone, but also you want to proceed to win the game, and you have 5 mana, you want to drop something for 3 and then hit this for 2 and stop the bleeding. Basically, you're going to lose life equal to roughly how much you would have gotten hit for if you didn't deal with it for 1 more turn. That's generally what it is. Or higher if it's a worthwhile threat getting rid of with this card. Then we got Heartless Act. Just a lot of things have counters, which is why I went 4-2. Sanctum of Stone Fangs, there it is, ping away. So it's not a shrine deck, it just runs this, so it's always 1. But they lose 1, you gain 1 for 2 mana. That's huge. It is legendary though, but I put 4 of because it's 91. If you want to shrink this to 60, not a good idea, but don't run 4 of these then. So this is the best card in the deck. Then we got Withercrown. This one's kind of fun. Enchant creature, it gets base power 0, so if it has counters, watch out for that, because it'll still count. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless you sacrifice this creature, and that's, of course, referring to the opponent. So they can either lose 1 life and keep it in play, or they can get rid of it. So it's kind of a kill spell, and it's kind of a ping away. It's kind of both, which is why I'm running 4, because it's hilarious. Then we got Grim Tutor, just go get what I need. I don't like to lose 3 life, but, well, welcome to black. Then we got Grimdancer. This is huge, because you can just go Menace Lifelink if you got to get your life total back up, and they only have 1 creature or 2 creatures that don't total bigger than 3 toughness or power. Otherwise, just Death Touch, obviously. And you can do Death Touch Lifelink, you can do Death Touch Menace if you want to get some free hits in. It all depends upon the board state, so do be careful how you cast this. Then we got Inevitable End. This one's hilarious. You enchant the creature, and then at the beginning of their upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So it doesn't have to be that creature if it's really important, but you're going to get a 2-for-1 kill eventually then, so oh man, I love this card, especially if they choose something else. I'll usually just hit it with a Feed the Swarm or something, or Heartless Act, and then they just lose it anyway. So, not reliable, but it's hilarious, and it gets past indestructible. Then we got Mind Drain. This is huge. Just the less cards they have, the less you have to kill in the long run, and then you gain 1 life and they lose 1 life. That was the tipping point. So they discard 2 for 3 mana. So that's 2 less things that you have to worry about, or less land. It just slows them down immensely. And then a ping. So there you go. Murderous Rider, of course. 2/3 lifelink, and it can destroy anything. Of course, you lose 2 life because all the good cards in black lose life. really not sending you in the right direction, but this is lifelink, so as long as they don't destroy it. Then Nighthawk Scavenger, this card should have been banned every single time anything in the meta changed. Flying Death Touch lifelink minimum 1/3, and then its power goes up based on the number of card types in opponent's graveyards. So I've had this thing be a flying 7/3 on like turn 4. It's a Flying Death Touch lifelink Tarmogoyf. You don't think that's maybe a little powerful for standard? That would be a little too powerful for modern, honestly. So, yeah, this thing's ridiculous. With this deck, I mean, yeah, I'm making him discard stuff. Yeah, I'm blowing up stuff. Okay, whatever. But he tends to sit at, like, 2. I mean, I've seen him get higher, but the big thing is Death Toucher. You gotta have Death Touchers, and then you gotta have Lifelinkers. And then also he's flying. So, I mean, it's just... It's crazy. This card is completely insane. Then we got Pharika's or Pharika or whoever the hell this is, Libation. You can make him sack a creature, or you can make him sack an enchantment, and that's huge because, once again, bypasses hexproof, bypasses indestructible, and then you can target an enchantment, and there are a lot of problematic enchantments. I don't know why I only run 2 of these. I think it's because they could just sack a crappy little token, and people tend to run a lot of 2-for-1 stuff, a lot of goblin stuff, and then this spell does nothing as a kill spell. And I'm not that worried about enchantments because a lot of them they support creatures as like boost spells. So, you know, in a mill deck it's nice, but I'm also running 91 cards. Then we got Underworld Dreams. This is huge. Just every time they draw a card, they deal 1 damage, or they take 1 damage. It's just another ping away. 1 per turn. I mean, 1 damage per turn, you wouldn't think it adds up, but you start putting in multiple, and this is not in any way legendary, so there you go. Then we got Dogged Pursuit. I love this one. So it's the same thing, but for 1 more mana, and then you gain 1 life. So that's huge, 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 huge to have that, because you need to pull yourself out of all the damage you're doing to yourself just to stop them. But then if you're stopping them, then it's like, oh, well, now they're top decking. As soon as they're top decking, the game's over. You already won. But then we got Mage Hunter. Whenever an opponent casts or copies an instant or sorcery spell, also known as Magecraft, I don't know why that's not here, they lose 1 life. So there you go. Then it's a 3/4. I mean, otherwise, like, that effect isn't very good for 4 because you don't even gain the damn life. But it's also a creature, which makes it more susceptible, but okay. But then it can block a 3/3. So, I mean, I thought, I'll throw 1 in. I'm not going to throw more because this deck's already way too 3 heavy. I mean, look at this. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So, then we got Revenge of Ravens. I mean, that card's a classic. If they have enough creatures in play to make this, like, do a lot of damage, you're going to lose the game, which is why I only put in 1. I'd love to put in 4, but, like, if they are actively swinging at you, you have already lost, and this card makes absolutely no sense in a deck that runs so many kill spells. So I love it. It's probably the most powerful card in this deck normally, but because it's in this deck, I'm only running 1. And I'm mostly running 1 so that I can fetch it with Grim Tutor. But if I come across it, I'll throw it in. You know, why not? Then we got Tergrid. Now this card's batshit crazy. Target player loses 3 life. You just tap it. You know, they pay 4 to untap it because, you know, Torment of Hailfire. And they lose 3 life, which is, you know, 3 times more than pinging them for 1, unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Yeah, now you can have one of the Lantern in play and one of Tergrid in play, and she should have been banned the second they thought of her. Whenever they sack or discard a permanent, you can just put it into play under your control. Just utterly broken. And then the pay 4 untap it, it's like, oh, now it's 6, now it's 9. I mean, this is a finisher right here. So it does only technically cost 4, and it's probably, I mean, it's better than Revenge of Ravens. It's probably as good as Dogged Pursuit, although you don't gain life. I mean, it kills them 3 times faster, so I like it, but it is legendary and it does cost 4, so I did cut it to 3. I mean, there was a lot of math and balancing that went into this, even though it's 91 cards. Then we got Blood on the Snow. I absolutely love this. It's just a board wipe. It's the best black can do. You're going to sit there wishing you had 6 mana at 5 pretty often, but is what it is. Destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers. Okay, so in other words, creatures. Then return a creature, which we have, by the way, 27 snow swamps. Return a creature or planeswalker with card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow mana spent to cast the spell, which is typically 5 or 6. So you can return anything in the graveyard back to play with this while also wiping the board. I always go get Nighthawk Scavenger unless there's some extenuating circumstances. But yeah, this usually is the big reset button, which is why I put in Grim Tutor as well as 4 of these to draw them naturally. Then for draw acceleration, because we're just not damaging ourselves enough with this deck apparently, I put in Castle Locthwain. So you can just pay 3, tap it, draw a card, then lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand, which typically is 1 if you're activating this, but you can just keep it going. You can just start doubling down, you can get more removal, you can get more ping away cards. It just works. So this deck, I mean, yeah, it'll lose the blitzy stuff sometimes. I mean, we've got some 1/1 Death Touchers. I mean, we got some 1-cost kill spells, some 2-cost kill spells. It's not impossible to hold them off. And then if you kind of turn around with some like mid-game life linkers or life gain effects, yeah, you could win. I mean, this really can beat anything, and the slower their deck runs, the better. But anything with like Token Flood, you're in trouble unless you can stop them by going to get Revenge of Ravens. So this is a very careful, balanced deck, and let's just cut to some gameplay. All right, this is a decent open. I don't really want to see Grim Tutor that early, but by turn 3, maybe I will. Who knows? Sanctum, that's what you want in an opening hand right there. And then we got removal, and 3 lands. Let's go. So standard constructed is pretty much nothing but, let's see, Rogues, Mill, Ramp into Ugin, turn 2 Tybalt, or Red Rush Embercleave Trash. That's still what it is. He just mulled once, which actually makes me nervous. He's got stupid troll sleeves from a card everybody hates, and his username is probably delete worthy. I would definitely call that a terms of use violation. Oh, and life gain, toxic life gain cleric shit. Don't forget about that. So, that's gotta go. Yeah, when a card can, a 1-drop can kill you on like turn 5, yeah, it's gotta go. All right. Well, you don't have any counters, so bye. I could have done Sanctum because it's going to heal me and just gotten 1 tick of damage sooner. It's debatable. All right, let's do this. He's not going to keep anything in play, and that's just how this works. We both go to top decking, and I've got something or 1 or more things that kill you. I mean, that's what this deck does. Doesn't do well against draw. Doesn't do well against life gain either, by the way. I mean, I could tempt him to keep it in play because of Constellation. He knows it's life gain, but I'd rather he just doesn't have it. So, goodbye. I'm down to 15, so we're really winning this one. Okay, that's going to be a problem, because then he can grant anything life gain, but it's not a problem now, because you have to sack an enchantment. Oh, crying Hedron. Oh, that's so sad. That's going to be a pain in my ass. We are immediately going to get another Pharika's. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, I can't let him have that. That's not allowed. 17-14. I love how it's game-ending threat. Okay, detrimental card, game-ending threat, game-ending threat, game-ending threat. I've taken care of all of them, and this is the state. This is what we get on turn 5 or 6 or whatever the hell it is. That's nice. What a crock this game is. All right. Let's try and win this one. I'm going to take all of that damage. Oh, great. That's wonderful. Well, I guess I'll leave this as an example of when this deck doesn't work at all. All right, so I mean, 3 swamps. If you wonder why I'm always starting with 3, it's because I have like 39% land in this deck or something outrageous if I remember correctly. So removal, card draw, and kind of removal. Yeah, early game drain, sure, and then a removal with life gain. So no ping aways, but we want to play defense for the first couple turns because it worked so well last game. All right, I'm not going first because of course I'm not. Against red, I would throw this out. Against red-green, I would not. I think it's always more valuable to hold it until you can get the extra card because the extra card will probably do more damage. Not necessarily, not always, but usually. Oh, it's an elf deck. Elf tribal. Okay, no, he's gonna die. He's gotta get the f out of here. Get out of here, you broken asshole. If you're not familiar with that card, whenever 1 or more elves enter the battlefield, create another elf. Yep. Oh, and then shapeshifters. Yeah, this is shapeshifter elves. Haven't seen this deck in a while, actually. All right, well, you know what we need to do? We need to get rid of 2 of his cards. Like, more than we need to delete this 2/2 that doesn't do anything, because although my only kill spell that doesn't damage me and doesn't kill planeswalkers cares if he has a counter, and one more elf will put a counter on him, but I mean, look what he just got rid of. Ram through, and Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, didn't need him to have that. Not that I'm going to leave him with a creature, but unless you have a board wipe to top this all off and 6 mana, you're going to leave them with a creature at some point. Now, we've got Death Touch, and then a 2/3, so it's like, okay. I think in this case, I'm going to throw him out because I don't think he has much left for removal. And I mean, he's running Force Fight removal. He is running, you know, red, but he's also running black. I mean, red's, I don't know why red's there, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea. It's not even a snowland. I don't know. I don't know what he did there. Okay. There you go. That's annoying. And now he gets a counter, which means I can't take him out with that, but that's fine. Yeah, he knows he can't swing into this, so he must think he has, like, or know he has a way to get rid of it in hand. So if I had another Mind Drain, I would absolutely do it. Or he thinks he's going to top deck one with 3 gone. I mean, he's going to lose it anyway. I mean, if there's a Force Fight, you're going to lose. If it's a pseudo Force Fight, I'm going to lose, where it doesn't actually touch me. But yeah, we're just gonna absolutely ruin his day. So this is an example of it working. I mean, I had to kill stuff that cost 1 and 2 last time. It could be argued that I could have left one of those life gain dudes in play, but you really want 0 life gain dudes in play against a ping away deck. So any kind of, if they play the color white, you might as well just scoop. Let's be honest. Oh no! Oh no! All right, so I should just focus on going for the win and go drop, but we're going to play it safe and draw another card. Okay, that's a better way to ensure my victory. That's why I did it that way. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I don't want him to have those. There it is. I mean, that's what this deck does, except I literally did not play one single ping away card, so I guess we're going to game 3, because it wasn't representative, but then again, I mean, Nighthawk is so broken, or whatever the hell his name is. All right, I mean, 2 tutors, a kill spell, and a ping away. I mean, it's not great. It's going to delay me getting what I really need, but I'm going to draw 3 cards before I get to this, so I'll take the ping away. If this was a shrine, I'd be a lot happier, because this doesn't heal me, but, you know, whatever. Oh, come on. I looked at that forever. How long does it take you to decide if you're mulliganing? Jeez. Come on. You can do it. There we go. I believed in you. All right. What kind of game-ruining, game-ending, super-powered 1-drop am I going to have to destroy with this game? God, standard is a joke right now. Oh, nothing. Okay, I can deal with nothing. Pure red, yeah, let's do it. I just know something's coming. That's sorcery speed. Oh, I hate that. So annoying when I have 1 left. Oh, I hope you guys appreciate this content, because I'm missing 2 really important live streams right now that I just saw on the subscribe panel there. Oh, this is Embercleave Torbrand Blitz. Yep. I'm gonna save that for something more detrimental. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. That is rough. I'll just go get the... Oh, but wait, I don't... do I want the board wipe right now? That's the question. Do I really want the board wipe? No, I'm gonna go Revenge of Ravens. I was going to go get it because I'm like, eventually he's going to stack the field and then he's going to play that bombardment thing. But, I mean, this will undo it. So until he gets out Torbrand, this is what I need, and I don't have the 6 for a board wipe. Nor do I think I'll pull it, because, you know, if it's 1 in 3 cards in my deck, maybe it could be argued 1 in, like, 2.5. It's going to be, like, 3 turns and 3 turns and 3 turns before I get 3 more swamps. With no draw assistance. So there's all the little pingers. There's all the little assholes. There you go. That was a little more worth it. Mathematically, it's a wash, I think, but not if you count next turn. Now, this would damage him pretty good, but then I'd be at 10. So, We gotta do something. But I don't have enough to drop this, so, well, I guess we're just gonna have to nuke his hand. Hopefully he gets rid of a Torbrand or an Embercleave. I doubt he will. I bet it's gonna be a Mountain and some other garbage. Yeah, I don't have a way to stop this except these two, and I'm gonna land at like 7 life. This is gonna get ugly, but if I can turn around and drop Revenge, that's like, that hits the brakes for like 5 turns. So I may still pull this off. That's why Grim Tutor is really nice. You can tell he's agonizing over this because it's probably like 4 cards he really needs. Oh, what is this now? Claim the Firstborn. Yeah, I don't want him to have that. Embercleave, and then it tossed a Goblin Gathering into the graveyard, which you might notice says for every one in your graveyard with that name, so that's fun. But he tries to swarm it and then just Torbrand into a win by tripling the damage or by dropping Bombardment to do 1 extra damage. Unblockable, by the way. So that's how this deck works. Very gimmicky, very, very rushy. You know, it's very dumb, in my opinion. What does he do? Oh, haste. Get the hell out of there. All right. Is this CMC? Oh, yeah. Oh, let's get rid of the token. Either one of the tokens. Okay, it's not that hard of a decision. What, do you have a counter spell? Are you gonna Torbrand me? Or not Torbrand, Tibalt? Hell, I'll drop one of, not one of these in play. Probably a board wipe. What would it be? I don't actually think he has one, but none of his stuff is worth saving. That's the thing. So it's like, who cares? Why would he run that? Oh, bye, Felicia. Oh, that one has haste and that one doesn't. I should clearly get rid of that. Just kidding. So now we're down to 1 damage. Okay, no problem. 2 cards left in hand. I got 4. I can go get something, but what I might actually go get a swamp. No joke, if I don't pull one. Because, like, I need it. That stupid damn card again. Great. If I lose to these little bastards just because I can't pull a land, man, I tell you. But on any given turn I have, like I said, it's probably at this point with how many I've gone through down to a 50-50, but I don't like that. I'm probably just under the odds, actually, of pulling a land. What is this guy's problem? Seriously. Today, it's not that you got 3 cards, 1 card, 3 lands. Yeah, it's not that damn complicated. There we go. Your deck's over. You're done. Forfeit. Get out of here. I swear to God, if that's a Torbrand, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to flip this desk over. That'll be the end of it. I won't lose, but I'll be f***ing pissed. Well, then I'll kill him, and then, okay, I really actually wouldn't lose. I'd still be pissed. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Do something. Do something. Asshole. Play a card. Hit a button. Send an emote. I don't care. Do something. Oh, that'll help. That'll help. There you go. You should swing. You should see what happens. Swing at me and see what happens. I'm going to time this motherfucker out if he does this one more time. Yeah, sure. Absolute safety shield right here. Just shut his deck down. And that's the thing. That's why I was afraid of the learn mechanic, because this was a tutor, this was a one of, and now his deck is done. He can't do anything. That's what I thought the learn and the lesson mechanic would be. It's just, oh, I'll just go get this. Oh, and then I shut your entire deck down with 1 card. And then the best thing is the card can't even be in your main board. So you're not going to accidentally mill it or something. There we go. I'm not even going to bother with Feed the Swarm until he brings something else out. Yeah, this guy's screwed. I don't know why he's even still in it. He probably thinks, well, I'll just bring Torbrand out. Well, I mean, I can't kill him at instant speed. I think I actually would lose the game then, because it would be 3/3/3/3/3 minus 6. Yeah, that would be 10. That would be above 10. Oh man, maybe I should have killed one of them. I don't know. We'll see. Because I thought, oh, I'll save one for Torbrand, but if he drops it, there's nothing I could do. An Embercleave I could deal with. That I could take to the face. That wouldn't be the end of the world. I really should go get a board wipe now that I got 5, but I'd have to also pull a swamp next turn. That's not going to happen. So I don't have a cheaper sweeper. You know what the card does at this point. Come on. What is he reading it? Is he counting his teeth again? I could just double down and try and get him, but I think I'll just go for like a Vampire Nighthawk or whatever the hell that thing's called. You know. Mind Drain would be funny. Blacklance would be funny, but Nighthawk, that's a Nighthawk Scavenger. Definitely in no way related to the other card I just said. Okay, there we go. So that, I think that'll take me into winning territory against Torbrand, because it'll be 15 minus 5, exactly 10. Yep. That would be bad. I mean, at least you get how this deck works, even if I lose. Oh, there we go. That'll protect me against Torbrand by itself, single-handedly, as will this. Boom! Right there. So you can tell this goes on. I mean, this deck really goes on for a lot of turns. Really, really, really does. So now, no matter what he does, he loses. I can't think of a way for him to win. Well, there's that. I'll throw it in. I mean, I could use the 3 life on a surprise, but I'd rather just he knows it's there, so that he knows if he pulls a Torbrand that 1 won't get through and I'll live. Well, that really pisses me off because that was life gain in the air. I would have actually swung with that. And then I was going to drop this in end step anyway, so that I could swing with it, so I had some cover. Oh, that's nice. Well, he doesn't have any cards in hand, so it would be a miracle if he pulled Torbrand. Thought for sure that would be it. I tried to jinx it. All right, instant speed, sack a creature enchantment. Torbrand's not an enchantment. Embercleave isn't, so... Okay, but might as well ping him harder. Let's go. If this was like any other deck, I probably would have lost by now, but also I would have had less targets to kill, so maybe not. Oh, hasty boy! It's the quick Shrek. Okay, now I wish I had a board wipe, but not that I need it. It would just be funny, because I'd resurrect that, I'd resurrect the, where is he? Oh. Where is he in exile? Great, that guy. I guess I wouldn't then. I guess I was lying. All right. So we got 4 pingers. Oh, it's fun time. It's fun time, you guys. Here we go. As funny as it would be to go get a Tergrid or a Nighthawk, we're going to get it. Blood on listener. There we go. I could at least stop the bleeding a little bit if he had a Torbrand. This would be enough to not lose, because it would be 18 minus 6. Close. Oh, is he going to forfeit? Oh, God. I think he knows that I went and got something lethal, so that was actually... Oh, no, he's doing it. He's doing it. No. He went for the suicide swing. I can respect that. I can respect the chat or the emote, and I can respect the way he lost. If you're going to lose anyway, you might as well YOLO it. Especially if he had the attack with X amount of creatures, you know, thing. But, yeah, you can tell that's not getting done today. So, I mean, yeah, those were 3 very different games. So I guess I'll leave them in the video. Hopefully they taught you something. More was a statement about the standard meta than anything else. But I'm going to go slam like 6 lemonades and clean my basement and then edit this. So I'll see you guys next video.